I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
The
More.
You
No.
Podcast.
Today I want to discuss the importance of good thinking, discussed in John Maxwell's book, How Successful People Think. It's hard to overstate the value in good thinking, and if you're looking to live a life that's filled with joy, fulfillment, and significance, you must focus on thinking properly and thinking positively. And with this being said, I want to go through John Maxwell's advice for why you should change your thinking, how to become a better thinker, as well as putting yourself in the right position to think properly. By having awareness surrounding these three things, you're going to have better control over the way you think. And by doing so, you're going to have higher levels of enjoyment, happiness, and fulfillment in your life. So good thinking can do many things for you. It can generate revenue, solve problems, and create opportunities. And there's three considerations that you need to take into account about changing your way of thinking. So the first is changed thinking is not automatic. It doesn't happen on its own. You must seek good thinking. And the better you get at it, the more improved your mindset and state of thought will be. The second is that changed thinking is difficult. You must put forth an asserted effort in order to control the way that you think. And finally, the third consideration is that changed thinking is worth the investment. When you take the time to learn how to change your thinking and become a better thinker, you're really just investing in yourself and working towards improving yourself. And now that I've gone through these three considerations, I now want to explain how to become a better thinker. John has a 6-step process for doing so. The first is to expose yourself to good input. You should read books, listen to podcasts, and surround yourself around good thinkers. You should also focus on putting what you think are important thoughts in writing. From here, number 2 is to expose yourself to good thinkers. It's really important to spend time with the right people. After that, number 3 is to choose to think good thoughts. You must become intentional about the thinking process. Number 4 is to then act on your good thoughts. Ideas really have a short shelf life. Next 5 is to allow your emotions to create another good thought. To start the thinking process, you can't rely on your feelings. You can act your way into feeling long before you can feel your way into action, meaning that if you wait until you feel like doing something, you'll likely never accomplish it. And the same goes for thinking. And finally, number 6 is to repeat the process. You must be diligent about doing the right thing over and over again, and thinking the right way over and over again. And now that we understand what it takes to be a good thinker, I want to go through John's advice to putting yourself in the right place to think. Becoming a good thinker isn't overly complicated. If you go about doing the 6 things that I just described, you'll no doubt become a better thinker. But in order to be able to maintain good thinking on a day-by-day basis long term, you must put yourself in the right position to do so. And John's got a handful of pieces of advice that I'm going to go through to do so. The first is to find a place to think your thoughts. You should have a designated place to think. And when you spend time in this place thinking, make sure you have a pen and paper to take notes. Then number 2 is to find a place to shape your thoughts. As you shape your thoughts, you find out if the idea has potential. Number 3 is to then find a place to stretch your thoughts. You should focus on expanding your ideas. And these 3 pieces of advice that I just described make up a formula that John created. It's that the right thought plus the right people in the right environment, at the right time, for the right reason, equals the right result. After this, number 4 is to find a place to land your thoughts. The real power of an idea comes when it goes from abstraction to application. And finally, number 5 is to find a place to fly your thoughts. You must be able to properly share your thoughts with the world. You're no doubt the captain of your own ship, and with this being said, you control your own thoughts. And there's so much value in good thinking, but you must learn how to think properly, put in the proper effort of thinking properly, and set yourself up to do so. By becoming a good thinker, it will no doubt improve your life and assist in putting you down the path of crafting a life of significance.
I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
The
More.
You
No.
Podcast.